obviously had enough confidence or figured out what went wrong yesterday to pick it again today. I think Tiger are a good team on this map. I don't think they're fantastic. I don't think it's one of the maps where they're the pioneers for the region on the map, but they're good enough. They can hold their own. And I feel just based on the individual performance coming out of train, well, this could be another performance quite similar to that. The problem I do have, though, Blair, which I kind of touched on slightly coming out of that, is not to expect or come into this fully expecting a big performance out of Tiger exactly like they played on train, because this team go missing from map to map and it's so hard to really put a pin on it. But I will say they should be taking this away without too many rounds going against them.
Okay. A lot of conviction coming in here. But for me, I feel like I'm going to use the same reasoning I applied to, what's his name? Urcast, right? I said how Urcast had a very quiet game, very quiet series, in fact. He had the first and the final map against Vici, and we expected him to step up on train, which is exactly what he did. Alongside, well, the rest of his team as well. 9 especially looking fantastic for the side of Tiger. However, for the side of Invictus, one name which went completely missing, uncharacteristically so, was Flying. And again, I'm going to say, he is the most consistent player in the side, and for him to go missing an entire series, I don't think I've ever seen that for Invictus or for the side for Flying. So I'm expecting him to come flying in, all guns blazing. He got that famous 1v5 clutch clip from Tyloo yesterday. Maybe that's gonna, kind of jog his memory. He's probably gonna go to Twitter or whatever, just check it out. It's like, yeah, I did this against Tyloo. I'm gonna do it against him every single round. And maybe Invictus just bounces back, Dinko. They just could.
Yeah,
or maybe I'm just reading too much into it.
Flying got 22 kills in every single map yesterday against Tyloo. That's pretty crazy. 22 on each and every map. And also, okay, the 4 kills he got the end of that 1v5. That obviously put him up there. But that's pretty incredible. So 22 against Tyloo at every single map. You kind of hope that he can sort of replicate that here on Mirage today against Tiger. Like you said, huge quiet performance from yesterday in the previous map. But I feel like Flying's actually been pretty quiet in comparison across a couple of series in this tournament now, which is a little bit unfortunate. We're coming right into the pits round. It'll be Tiger starting on the CT side. This is where I love to watch Urcast. Over towards Connector, he's such a fun player to look at on the CT side.
Well, let's see if that's going to be the case. The split coming in towards B is a 3-man stack, Dink. Oh, it's a slaughter. It is a slaughter. It's a shooting gallery. Everyone's dead. Bottle and Destroyer left alone, and Dobu's going to reposition himself, and it's all in Destroyer. 1v4. Well, he gets nothing done. NCL with a 3k, Dobu with 1, Cabal fault, but not before he gets a kill of his own, and that's I don't know if... I don't know. It's like Tiger seemed to know exactly what Invictus are up to every single round. We saw this on train. We saw the way they were hitting it in a bomb site, walking to three-man stacks and still shredding the pieces. And even over here, right? They have 3 players posted towards B, just out-dueling almost every single one. Tiger not just hitting their shots and out-dueling Invictus, but they're also... I don't know. They just seem to have the perfect read on whatever Invictus are up to, which is crazy, Dinka, considering they wouldn't have had much time to kind of prepare for them.
So fantastic start for Tiger. We didn't see any Invictus rounds. I got so confused. I said V, and then I was going to go Viva, and then Vici, and then I finally arrived at Invictus. But Viva, he's top middle, speaking of, and he has got himself such a strong position here somehow, and well, he will go down. Luckily, Cabal turns around, catches him out, and they're holding for a potential second player from that position. And now, while the push looking to come into the A-bomb site, currently playing retake. You've got Dobu down into a CT spawn. He'll jump up, a bullet whizzes past his head, and this isn't looking fantastic for Invictus. They had opportunities, but unfortunately haven't been able to take any of those and capitalize upon them. And Tiger playing this to perfection.
Well, it was looking perfect, but Flying. Deagle in hand, trying to protect his teammate. Bomb gets planted. And now... It's all on Xiao Sage. 1v3. Another beautiful headshot coming out from Xiao Sage. They made that expensive, Dinko. It was a 2v5. They get the bomb down and take away a couple of guns. They're going to be pretty decently happy with that, because now, well, it's an eco anyway, so I guess, I don't know. They're still going to be happy.
Yeah, my main problem with that is, like, how the hell has that even come that close? Like, how I just said within a second of me saying this is fantastic, Tiger playing this to perfection. They were playing it perfectly, right? They had a passive setup. They had everybody kind of sitting back and not going down to the pistols. Maybe the worst part about it, maybe that does scrape away some of that perfection, is they will concede a bomb plant doing that. But it felt like everything was going well. Somehow, some way, a couple of kills come in from Invictus, and they've got a buy. They've got AKs into this one, and they're going to be charging straight out towards middle. Shouts AK getting that early kill. They know Invictus or Tiger has been going for this mid control early on, being aggressive and taking a lot of risks really in towards mid early on. And while they capitalized upon that, Bottle takes the head of Dobu. And well, this is messy, but Tiger have recovered, and now it's into a 3v2. Equilibrium once again established thanks to Destroyer.
I really would have liked 9 to take that fight. Actually, instead of just running away, he had the MP9. It was a close-range duel. The double peek comes in. Good recovery. Fantastic recovery coming in from NCL and Urcast over there. And along with the Molotov from 9. Information was conveyed by Dobu that one of the players was dinked down. He tosses in the Molotov. Even though he gets taken down, he gets a kill before that. And that was a very ballsy buy from Invictus. I don't blame them for it, but they had Dinko, 1 smoke and 2 flashbangs, along with the rifles they had. They had no other utility, so they had to win those deals immediately. They got the first kill, catching Cabal off guard, but apart from that, it kind of fell flat. Good recovery from Tiger. But again, Dinko, they've been bleeding out a lot of players here, so the money's still in a very precarious state. And once more, Invictus have the Deagles coming out, although it's a bit of a half buy.
Flying coming out top middle. We know that Tiger have been loving this aggression, and it's going to be 9 taking the kill on towards Flying, shutting them down early on into the round. Tiger are playing with confidence, playing with conviction. Against Vici, we talked about their lack of conviction and decisiveness. It just wasn't there. But here against Invictus, it's just been one idea, stick to it. And that's exactly what we like to see from this Tiger team. Now they're going to be charged into B. Invictus trying to run them down. NCL taking 1 kill on the MP9. Probably would have liked a little bit more there. Now Shouts AK and the Deagle alongside Destroyer finding kills. And we've got ourselves a 3v3 blood. Bomb down yet again. And Urcast rattling a couple of shots that he at Secret Edge should be enough to win the round. And it is 4-0 for Tiger. They keep 3 players alive. Another round where they lose a couple of players that probably should have done a little bit more on that hold. But nonetheless, they'll get the round. The bomb planted. Can't be too disappointed about that if you're Invictus. And now they go into the next round. They'll get their buyout again. They'll have the AWP available to Viva. He decides to pick it up. And we should be seeing Invictus have a good chance of winning this next round, Blur. They need to get some early rounds to the board. If not, they're going to continue down this path of just being dominated, and they'll forget the taste of victory.
Well, again, I'm still not very convinced yet for Tiger, right? This is different from what we saw in Train. On Train, it was just sheer, like a pain train, like I mentioned earlier. They were just looking unstoppable. Here, they're bleeding players out. They are losing quite a few players in some of these half bars against these Deagles, and that's always worrying. That's how Invictus kind of get back into the game, right? They're so very good when it comes to just bleeding out the economy, and then when they win a round, they break the money, and then they grind back into the game. That's something that Invictus are very notorious for. So that's something that we have to be very wary of. Although, that's just me being the usual doomsayer, Dinko. They're still leading 4-0 up. They still have a lot of rounds to go in this map.
Ooh, Urcast. Comes down to the timing here, whether or not he'll be spotted out. And this player's via the underpass starting to come out with a top mid push as well. Urcast's going to come back. He has good intuition on how to play that. A 9 instead extends from the ladder room, taking himself a kill on a Destroyer, who was down early on again. Invictus have lost the first man into an incredibly important round for them. We'll see if they can recover from this. Shouts Sergei up in Palace, Flying. Usually the player that is the star for this team. Currently on 1 kill. Dobu gonna take his liberties and shut down Bottle. Urcast is positioned. You need to keep eyes on this. I don't think they're going to be checking him. He could deny it all here, but the bomb plant does come through. He's jumped over his head. Shilsige jumps right over the top of Urcast, who decides to switch to a silencer. Oh, that's just a fumble and a half right there, but 9. Oh my god, Viva, not expecting this. 9 just drops down the ladder quietly. Such an intelligent play to not make noise. And now Flying stuck in the ramp in a 1v2 post-plant situation. Bomb is planted for him. There's a smoke and a Molotov available right now here for Tiger. And so Flying's going to peek into the open. The molly comes through, and he's shut down by NCL. Immediate defuse coming through in a 5th round for Tiger. I'm starting to get flashbacks to Train where, Invictus can have these rounds where they pull it down into the clutch. They have the 1v1 or the 1v2, but it's Tiger taking it each and every time.
Yep. And that's look,
I don't want to see this again. I just don't. Over the top of his head. Run. He actually hits his head, and then Urcast decides to start unscrewing his silencer.
Listen, I feel it, all right? I have a malfunctioning right click, and every time I just slightly graze it, my silencer comes off. It's frustrating. But also, that's why you want to play with M4A4. If I'm Viva, I'm furious as to how 9 was still inside the ladder room when he's playing the post plant. Like, Nine's continuing his reign of terror, Dinko. Oh my god, he's just, well, okay. He's just spinning around, taking kills at will. Is unstoppable, Dinko. It's terrifying, especially when you think of Mirage. It's a map where, you kind of, it's a map where we say it does heavily favor Oppers. You have a lot of freedom to roam around. We saw that on Train on the T side, which is much harder than a CD side of Mirage, and now he's popping off already, Dinko. And this round could maybe be perhaps the cleanest round we've seen from Tiger so far.
And 9 is an animal. That it just is a 4K. What a beast. And the thing is, like we said on Train, the talking point around 9 has always been inconsistency, right? And that's the problem for a lot of teams. We never really say he's gonna be the star op. These kind of games, which he does have every now and then, but I don't think it's ever a series. But he does have a couple of maps here and there, Blah, where he does show up and he looks like a star opera. Like, he has these moments. And you can definitely understand as to why Tiger have him in this team. But I would love to see this be a consistent thing. Imagine if 9 was this good all of the time, Blah.
Oh, that's the team we would be expecting to beat Tyler. That's the team we'd be expecting to beat Vici. Oh my lord, Urcast. Viva is so unfortunate, Dinko. His teammate peered out a second too late, and Urcast going to peek with the flash. Doesn't spot anyone. Is he going to make his escape? He will. Even tosses in a nade for a good measure. Does quite a bit of damage onto Flying, and Urcast doesn't take... He takes 3 points of damage. He's going to be very happy with the way that played out.
Viva did have a quiet performance yesterday. On Mirage, basically didn't do anything. He was the quietest performer, but that came out of a series where he's playing really well, so it was kind of shocking to see. But here he's doing nothing, 0 kills right now. And he actually started off Train looking okay earlier on. Oh, this utility usage is fantastic. Flying does get a double kill. That doubles his kills as well. He's up to 4. And now 2v3 in total. This is a round Invictus can win. It comes down to Destroyer in this play. Walking to the B-bomb site, wins the duel against Cabal. Now, NCL inside of the site. He's playing from jail, tucked up in that corner. And with 30 seconds left, all he needs to do is kind of sit here. He doesn't have to overextend, doesn't have to give away his position. If he can delay long enough, because realistically, actually the bomb's going back over towards A. And look where Dobu is. He's just rotated off. I thought for sure, realistically, he could just hide there because he knows Dobu's covering the A bomb site. But Dobu, he's coming back. Will he be there in time? He goes over again. A shot made by Destroyed. Perfect to try and keep the attention here. That's going to force Dobu back over, and Flying's going to get a bomb plant. That confirms that it is the A site. And now, well, NCL knows the player's already dropped into B. That's going to keep him busy for a little moment here. So keep eyes on this. And there's the headshot. Destroyer goes down. Dobu just takes the straight-up fight against Flying, and he'll win it out. Tiger, 7-0. Not the cleanest of rounds, but a round nonetheless.
That was extremely well played by NCL. He was talking to his jail, right? He didn't panic, not at all. He like, there's one guy. There's one player at mid, he's not making any sound. He's just, one player in apps. There's no one coming up short. It's fine. He's trying to sell something, but they haven't seen a bomb yet, and that allows Dobu to still stick around with CD spawn. He was taking care of the flank. That was so well played. Usually, in a scenario like that, you want it to be like a 2v. In a 2v2 scenario, you want to kind of like group up together and play it. But because they had the advantage of the player being tucked into his jail, Tiger played that perfectly. And I agree, it hasn't been super convincing yet, Badinko, but when you're 7-0 up, you are starting to build up some money.
It is convincing in terms of the score they got. A couple of rounds, yeah, coming close, but Tiger have still won them out. And that is convincing enough, right? They haven't had this back and forth. They haven't conceded rounds. And 9, he has been fantastic. He's up in Palace. He's going to be looking for this kill on the Destroyer. Utility starts to come around the corner. 9 still holding on, and there's the kill. Destroyer goes down. Urcast under the wood. Another pickup for Tiger as they continue to maul Invictus to shreds. Viva, finally, is that his first kill? I think it might be. And now it is a 3v4. 9 posted in Palace. Has an angle, but Viva forced away from Sandwich. He gained a little bit of control, but all of that control is just completely ruined as Tiger now somehow in a 2v2. Viva and Bottle taking 2 kills. 9 still in Palace, still unspotted, and that's the bomb going down, but it's a 1v1. 3 HP for Viva versus the AWP of 9, who's on 100. He switches to the sidearm. Information passed on that he is low, and an AK-47 might just be the weapon that wins this round here. Still time to play with for Viva, but this round is still going to be difficult. He uses the cover of default box to use that to his advantage so that 9 is forced to take a headshot angle, but the tap of the bomb, 9 gets past, it's perfect, and Viva commits to the plan, has no idea 9 has moved away from Palace, and it comes down to spotting him out, and 9 will take the kill. It rounds for Tiger. Luck is in their favor right now, and that is just a little bit heartbreaking for Viva.
CS Gold. He played at as best as he could, Dinko. I feel for Viva there. He held that angle. He held and he held and he held. And the moment he decides to go for the plant, that's when 9 walks on out. I'm actually... Look at that timing. Jesus. There is no God, Dinko. It's just not fair.
It's brilliant, though. And maybe there is. Maybe Tiger destined to go to the final, blah. You know, they can't get it over the line, so they tease us a little bit. Or tease me. Unfortunately, you guys don't believe. But I feel like Tiger, everything's going their way. Everything's lining up, play. You know, you have the lower bracket. The format is set up perfectly for them. And don't worry. They'll be playing Vici again. Second time around, they won't lose.
You're a believer. You are
stupid
indeed.
Optimism. Let's get on it.
I think we all need a little bit of optimism here because this is just painful. I mean, the Invictus are getting outplayed at the same time. It's just like nothing's going their way, but finally, something will indeed work.
I don't know why they haven't been doing this. I don't know why they haven't been trying this.
Oh my god, they're gonna line up, Dinko!
The boost is good. It should have been 2 there, but Urcat still getting 1, but right through the smoke is shut down by Destroyer. And now 4v3. A man advantage still in play for Invictus. Could this be their first round? A quick, explosive play into the bomb site with all 5 players, and it might just be their first win here. NCL, headshot on Xiaosagay. It looks for another one as 9 starting to come in. The Jaws music begins to play. NCL's found another kill, and players are dropping quickly for Invictus. Destroyer is still in Palace. Oh, he goes down. His smoke's on the bomb. Viva has to win it. 1v2. The first is good. The second, he runs out of ammo. Viva, you're so unlucky.
No!
He runs out of ammo, Blair. He had the lineup, but he couldn't get it done. And nothing is going Viva's way. 9-0. Tiger cannot lose.
Oh, my heart bleeds for Viva. He played that so smart, Dinko. He threaded the needle. He walks out from ramp, repositions himself, catches a player dropping down from Palace, and then he runs out of bullets, Dinko. My God. It's not fair. Which is so strange to say, because Tiger have been playing like lights out. They've been fantastic, but at the same time, Lady Luck is really smiling down on them right now.
Yeah, definitely. It feels like Tiger just destined to win convincing rounds, and now it's 9 up in window. It's Destroyer and Urcast going down, 9 following suit as well. Destroyer, and it's got a double, so that pulls it back into an advantage again for Invictus and Dobu. He'll get 1 before falling. Now it has to be a 1v2. Finally a chance again for Invictus. And when I say convincing rounds, I meant convincing scoreline, because these rounds have definitely not been convincing whatsoever. Now, Cabal is left into a 1v2. I didn't notice, Blair, but the bomb is still in spawn. It has been picked up. Flying is going to start carrying that over, but all that does is give time for Cabal to get into a better position and hold this cross. He can hold it, but the timing, he's looked back. Because of taking so long, he thinks they could have wrapped CT, and that is going to allow Flying to cross over to the bomb site. Finally, a bit of luck going in favor of Invictus, and Cabal thinks it's B. Oh, he's going to get a rude awakening. And now, the cross, he's been spotted, he's been tagged. They're both there, and now he starts to move forward. Switches to the AWP. Is this going to be... I don't know. I think you should just save this. Yeah.
Yep.
At this point, winning the 1v2, especially with them playing together, it's going to be really difficult. So he's picked up the AWP. He's going to concede the round. And look at the money for Tiger. 9 rounds in a row. And they are down to what will be a half buy.
Might even see an eco coming out here. And I wouldn't really
because
blame
they have
them.
an AWP, I'm assuming they're going to get a few pistols.
Yeah, I guess. You know what? Especially with a 9-1 AWP, I can forgive them for just being a little bit more adventurous here. Cabal can drop a gun. Actually, yeah, you're right. You're 100% right. Cabal's going to drop a gun over. He's going to drop the AWP towards 9. Give it to 9. He's been fantastic. 9 can drop a FAMAS over towards NCL. Urkas is going to buy for himself, I think. So, a couple of M4s, an AWP. Is there another M4? Oh, make the... An MP9, okay. That's not bad to buy at all. There's only going to be one player with the... There we go. 9 with the AWP. There we go. NCL with the CZ. He's going to be sticking alongside him. Perhaps. But if they lose this round, Dinko, there is a very real chance of Invictus kind of coming back into this game. It still won't be pretty. It still won't be that convincing. But at this point, they're going to take any rounds they can find.
Yeah, they've got no other option, right? Beggars cannot be choosers. Destroyer comes out through the bottom of middle. I do remember one time, though. That phrase is just BS. You know why? There was this homeless person. I offered to buy him a hot chocolate, and he didn't like the one I got him, so he asked me to get him a different one. I was like, come on, what? But nonetheless, he likes his hot chocolate. And what? Dobu with the headshot bottle going down. An opening kill followed up here for Tiger. And of course, it's Tiger answering right back. It's going to be a 10th round unless Flying and Viva can pull this 2v5 off. We've seen a 1v5 from Flying alone. Now he's got Viva to help about, so perhaps this is more than enough.
Oh, Viva. Whew. I got a little scary. Urkas not overcommitting. Again, bear in mind, 4v2. We've seen so many rounds where Invictus have been able to claw their way out from these unfavorable positions. Flying's going to come running, checking the angle, and Cabal's going to be tucked in. He finds a kill, and more importantly, Dinko, he's conveyed information where the final player is. Viva has to go for a wallbang. Smokes just ballooning everywhere. The double peek comes in. They've already been sticking the bomb, and you got to bear in mind, they don't even have a singular kit. And Tiger, they survived the scare. There was a very real possibility they're going to get their money was going to be broken, and that's Invictus trying to attempting to string a couple of rounds together to make it a little bit more of a competitive half. But Dobu and 9 being the hero of the hour, 10-1, and the woes of the Chinese side continue.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate because, like you said, that was their perfect opportunity to get a couple of rounds to maybe claw this half back, maybe start to dream about a 5th round at the half, and now they're still sitting on 1. They come right back into it with a buy. They still have the AWP out for Viva. They have the AK-47s for the rest of the team. But winning this round... Oh, no, Viva!
You heard the footsteps, right?
Yeah, he had to. Maybe the flashbang or a nade or something. Maybe a sound cube blocked it, but... Viva. Not the best that. NCL just goes in, kills him, takes his AWP, and brings it back.
Yeah, that mid-air acrobatics, like a little bit of like some fancy movement.
Ooh,
weapons
that's not
being
too far
swapped
off.
around. That was close. But
Yeah.
Is he aware? He's aware.
He's so aware. He's so ready. And no, he doesn't. It doesn't matter. He goes down. Flying and Destroyer taking 2 kills, and suddenly a man advantage back in play for Invictus. NCL, he'll go down. Bottle as well, finding the follow-up, and now it's Dobu in a 1v4. Stuck outside of CT spawn. 48 seconds left, of course. Bomb will go down now. Quickly making that time of 40, and Dobu will go down to Flying. 2 rounds picked up for Invictus. I definitely feel like this scoreline is misleading, Blah. There was a couple of rounds there in the first half, and when I say a couple, probably more than that, I'd say 4 to 5 rounds where it could have been Invictus picking them up, and they have been unlucky. They have obviously made the mistakes and been unconvincing themselves or inconvincing, but at this point, it feels like they definitely are not the team that we seen a couple of series ago. They even look worse than that, than when we were sort of talking crap about them, because they've just fallen off completely here. But it's a quick play out towards the site. Dobu with the headshot on the MP9, flying quickly, finding the headshot back though.
He needs backup real quick though, because just burning alive out in the open. Molotov, this player behind. Is he gonna get the kill? He's gonna get the kill. That is huge. Just the fact that he finds a kill is gonna make things a little bit more miserable. Look at Nine just pushing out like a lunatic. And he will get punished. He wanted to get that kill in the tiny little window of opportunity he had. But the window gets shut down, and Cabal's gonna be left alone. It was a force buy from Tiger. Shuts it down. And Invictus Dinko. It was looking very doom and gloom. But if they can put up 5 rounds here, they can put up 5 rounds. I see a possibility of them maybe not winning it, but at least kind of bringing it back. Kinda.
We'll see. I think of these last 2 rounds, then obviously it's like
a Tiger fanboy.
I'm just realistic at this point, Blood. It's 10 rounds in the board for Tiger, and they just won the previous map 16-2. And the only rounds Invictus have come close in, or when they rushed, or win, should I say, are just kind of very simplistic rushes out the A ramp. I haven't really seen too much of them that's leading me to believe they're a solid enough team to pull this back, especially since this is their map pick. So, look, kind of rough right now. Dolby in the corner, he's going to go down, destroy shots again, taking the only kills. It's done. Nice clean round. They don't lose a single player. Go to the last round of the half. They'll be looking to grab a 5th round on the board. Tiger, well, they will be picking up an M4 immediately. They're not going to have the AWP, which has actually been a big part of their success across the 2 maps now in the hands of 9. But they will scrap together a rifle purchase nonetheless, heading into round number 15.
Yeah, at least they have the buy. But for Invictus, it's a little bit of a late resurgence, but like we said earlier, you might not agree with the statement, Dinko, but yeah, beggars can't be choosers. They need every single round they can get. And honestly, if they get a 10-5, you know, win the pistol round, stay above the anti-force buys, there is a world this could work out. This is the first time Nine's going to be holding that angle, and Destroyer is completely unaware of the possibility. Gets taken down, early kill. Now, Dobu being here in Shadow, I don't think he's going to be expectant. He's got to find Shao Sage. 2 kills already, Dinko, and not a single trade. Nothing close to a trade. Is minute 20 seconds on the clock, and Invictus down 2 men. They're like just wondering, left scratching their heads. Okay, what do we do from here? They have got no map control. They've done nothing, and they've lost 2 players.
Oh, a nice shot from Bottle. It's around to the left side, and that's an important kill. I felt like early on, a lot of those aim duels, none of them were going in favor of Invictus, right? It felt like Tiger were winning every aim duel, even if it was unfavorable for Tiger. Their players just coming out on top of everything. But finally, one of those fights going in favor of Invictus. Viva, I don't know what NCL is doing now. Maybe gathering info, but there's no need. You're still a man up. Just hold the position, so Cabal might just be able to pull it back. Oh, that's the bomb drop. Viva going down in the connector. Cabal does a good job not to re-aggress and swing again, and here he comes this time. As soon as I say it, play, he ends up going for the fight, and Flying, he's going to take his head right off. 2v2, good kill from Flying. He's having a great round. 2 picked up, but Urcast, he could deny it all, play. Under the wood, the first to spray, and he gets both. 11 rounds for Tiger. They don't check him. While all this action's going on across the map, it's just Urcast.
Why would he check it? Why would he check that?
Checking his watch, you know, right, here we go, any time now, and kills the last 2 players.
Yeah, there's no reason to check that. That was exactly a 10,000 IQ play from Mr. Urcast. His teammate, he played the bait. There was a good attempt from Invictus to bring it back, honestly. But yeah, Urcast, patient. Thankfully, his silencer doesn't come on. That was always at the back of my mind. Is he going to touch his right click? But 11-4, Dinko. It has been a fantastic series so far for Tiger. If they win this pistol round, it could be the proverbial, well, almost the final nail into the coffin of Invictus. Again, reminding all of viewers, as a lower bracket matchup, loser gets eliminated. winner moves on in the lower bracket, as we do have... Oh, okay. The restore coming in as soon as the smokes bloomed. Interesting. But it looks like a player dropped out. But, whew. If I'm Xiao Sage Dinko, the veteran of the Chinese scene, this is where I'm digging in deep into my big book of Counter-Strike and just kind of trying to channel these years of experience to dig his team out of this.
You know what? Invictus his book of strats, things about CS is written on the back of a piece of toilet roll. That's what this is. They just don't have anything, blood. It's all about individual skill, and now that they're like, that's not working. What do we do? They don't know. And we've seen this against Tyloo yesterday. They just didn't really get going on Mirage, and that's just an unfortunate half. Now Tiger go over to the T side, and how fantastic have they been on their T sides recently, blah? You know, they have been really solid on the attacking force in the last couple of maps now. So I look forward to seeing what they can do here. They've already got a couple of rounds to find. Invictus, it's a lot of pressure on them to try and stay alive in this series. They want to progress further in this tournament. They've got to go ahead and take down Tiger in what will be a reverse sweep. 11-4 down on Mirage and then pulling it back to win the third map. So, very difficult scenario here for Invictus, but we'll see if they can do it.
Look at the look at the stack Invictus went for towards B, and it's all gone wrong. It's gonna be Tiger went for this same take. The smokes are blooming for this A hit earlier before the you know the match medic came in, and they're like, well, we're gonna do the same thing. Invictus, well, they just had one player towards toll booth. And now they're a man down, but Flying snuck on in, and Viva finds one as well. The trades are fast and furious, Dinko, but it's now with the 2v2. Viva, 13 points of health. He's got a kid. He's got a cross on over. One bullet, it's all he needs to land. Urcast gets blinded, but the bomb, he's sticking it in the smoke. 1 second, and Urcast clutches it out. Well, it wasn't really a clutch. It was a 2v1, but he still finds a headshot through the smoke. 12-4. Invictus, oh so desperately needed that pistol round, but Urcast, he says no.
Well, 12-4, it continues. The battering is back, and while there were a few rounds there from Invictus where they looked to have a bit of a resurgence, but it's all starting to crumble yet again. Urcast stops him from winning the pistol round. Viva, yet again, unlucky. The 12-4.
2 seconds off, Dinko.
I mean, that was still 2 seconds off, yes, but straight through the smoke. The stuff from Urcast. There's a gap in this smoke to play with, and Destroy's definitely going to try and work with it. Like from Tiger, going to be sending multiple players through Palace. 3 players going there alongside the bomb, and now Urcast setting up with his smoke in towards the same bomb site. They have left one prong to the approach towards top middle. That is Cabal. Now the attack into the A site comes through perfect from 9. A hard check takes down Destroyer. Now the continuation of the push rattles through and towards this A site. Bottle up on top of the stairs. Headshot from NCL. Viva going down, and every single kill from Tiger are just coming through. Invictus getting dispatched off, and Blood. This is painful to watch.
Yeah,
if you're Invictus.
if you're an Invictus fan, for whom the bell tolls was a question. Is a question which was sung out a lot of years ago, 1984 to be precise, by a small band called Metallica. And the answer we found out 36 years later is Invictus. They are getting completely ruined. What's a Metallica, says Tom into our team speak. Of course, he's an uncultured swine, so of course he would ask something like that. But it's a full eco coming in for Invictus over here. Tom likes Justin Bieber, just letting you guys know. His favorite singer is Justin Bieber, and his second favorite singer is Rebecca Black. As we do see, should be an easy mop-up. No, Tom, it's not Friday, it's Saturday. You absolute lunatic. For those of you probably wondering,
I have to say as well.
Myself. Yeah, go on.
I have to say as well, yeah, obviously Tom is talking to us, you guys can't hear it. We've got either that or we've got Tom's voice in our head, which I don't know which one's worse, the reality or
I'd rather have
fiction.
I'd rather have any of his body parts inside of me rather than his voice.
All right. Destroyer, last alive. 1v5 with the USP. I was going to touch on how Mitch has sort of the cultural tastes of a 13-year-old teenage girl, or anybody who has. But it's 14-4
Don't insult 13-year-old teenage girls, okay? Come
yeah,
on.
True.
Well,
just, Mitch went to a Taylor Swift concert. That's all I'm saying.
Wait, I thought it was a joke.
No, he legit went to a Taylor Swift concert.
Was that because his girlfriend dragged him along, or
That's because Mitch likes Taylor Swift.
That explains a lot of things about the man.
I mean, I respect it. Mitch doesn't care. He doesn't care what people think of him. So I guess that's
true. That explains a lot of other things as well. But here we go. Here we go. 14-4, and it's going to be Viva with a nice opening. Catches Dobu. Was a little blinded by his teammate. Flying, taking a duel with Cabal. It's going to still stick around. The nade's going to be a little too late. And Flying a little lucky to stay alive there. 29 points of health, but 2 opening kills going the way of Invictus. Now, Denko, 14-4, I'm sorry. They need to win 12 in a row to take this map. It's happened before. It's even happened in PAL, in Perfect World Asia League, like in the summer edition. It's happened in this tournament as well. It's not impossible. It's just that even if Tiger mess up a few rounds here and there, it just seems like Invictus are going to be delaying the inevitable.
Yeah, because Tiger have been playing well enough to take 2 rounds here. And Invictus also have been playing poorly enough to drop 2 rounds. So they would have to have a sudden turnaround and just be able to get 12 rounds in a row to win in regulation, and that's just not realistic. So yeah, we still got a favorite Tiger into this, obviously. But we can paint the optimistic picture that perhaps Invictus can make this look a little bit more respectable. NCL is going to go down. 9 in our cast. The last 2 remaining players, they will not be flipping this round around. And so we will be looking at 5 on the board for Invictus. Now, it's all about just taking it round by round. Just completely forget about what's on the scoreboard and just focus on winning the round ahead of you. Nine's going to try and do as much damage as possible to the CT side economy. 19 seconds left on that clock, and we're about taking as many players down as possible. Destroyer gets the good timing on the peak, and that's going to be a 5th round for Invictus Gaming.
Look at the money for Tiger. They honestly don't give a damn. AWP will be purchased by Dobu. I wonder if he's got... That was a nice opening pick from Viva, though. I wonder if he's got the... he's got a spawn for it. I'm assuming he's got a spawn, which is why he's going to be wielding the AWP. Or else he just want to hand it over to Mr. 9. He does have his AWP spawn. And... Ooh, spot the player. There was a no one towards jungle. Viva with the AWP playing a little bit of a different position this time around. Aggressive hold towards ramp. He's got back with the form of Destroyer. A lot of utility as well for the CTs. This has probably been, I feel like, one of the very few rounds for Invictus where they've been able to eke out a full-fledged buy, right? A comfortable buy where they're not strapped when it comes to utility or the rifles or the weaponry or whatnot. They have everything to work with. Question is, can they stave off this 5-pronged attack coming in towards his A-bomb side? Viva's left alone, Dinko. He's all by his lonesome right now.
Viva, scoped in. Ready for a peek around the corner. Cabal was looking to take that fight early on, but 55 seconds, the shadow comes in. It allows Viva a millisecond longer to prepare. And that's a millisecond he doesn't even need. Viva, quick on taking the kill on the NCL, but now the pressure rises into the A site. Too many players available for Tiger to shut down, and it's Viva hits the deck. A 4v3, a man advantage in play for the Tiger side, and they're going to sink their teeth deep into this A site. And so Victor's looking to get right back into this round, though. The bomb has not been planted, but 2 kills. Flying and Shasake both go down, and now it's just Bottle alone at the top of the stairs, and he cracks open. 15-5, 1 round away from securing victory in this series and eliminating Invictus Gaming from PAL 4.
15-5. That was just bullying with utility from Tiger. It's so clinical, right? Like, Destroyer's blinded. Dobu waits patiently for Viva to try and survive. And then, even though they didn't have a smoke towards John, the flash is popping. Spaced flashbangs as well. This could be it, Dinko. This could be the final nail in the coffin here for Invictus. Tiger have... This is something else from Tiger. We go back to the VG game. Obviously, VG are a different opponent compared to Invictus, but it looks like Tiger are more than ready to handle what Invictus is going to be throwing at them. And in all honesty, Invictus haven't been able to do anything, right? They rely on their individuals showing up. They rely on unorthodox plays, you know, trying to rely on either Viva or Flying popping off together. And Tiger is showing that, you know what, we are not just a better team, we're even the better individuals. Urcast executes Viva. 3 remaining for Tiger to knock out Invictus.
Oh. That smoke kind of actually helps out the T side there. Thank you very much for that shout out, Gay. But under a minute in play, and a chance of Gate. He's going to peek out in towards mid to try and gather some information, but that Molotov, that's going to force him into the open. And Dobu, I thought he was going to go down to shout out Gay there, but he turns around and immediately lands the headshot. And now the attack through to the A-bomb site. NCL Extension Palace, he does go down, but Destroyer, look at this, behind them, gets one in the FAMAS, and oh, it's a big whiff. He goes down. Tiger a walk away with a 16-5 win here on Mirage as well. What a dominant series it was here in the playoffs. And Invictus, well, they're out of here. Tiger, the dream is still alive, Blood. They're going to make the final.
They still have to face another game later on, Dinko.
True.
But one thing we can't deny, Tiger, they were probably kind of like a tabby cat in some of the games we saw against Vici. They were kind of like what do you call it, like a smaller a lynx. This was a